Hello, greetings to one and all. Welcome to our series, Jack's Curated Business Ideas. This is Jack Lukman, and today's topic is the Workers' Club. It's more of a social initiative and probably not much of a money spinner. The inspiration. We have different types of clubs: cycling clubs, business clubs, etc. Why can't we have clubs for the elderly, the overweight, etc.? Something like a walking club. Now, the idea, it's for older citizens or those who are overweight. Walking regularly may be a good and sustainable form of exercise. It could also be affordable if they partake in organized walking. Part of the leveraging, apart from leveraging the synergy, there are multiple benefits. Some of the benefits include networking, keeping fit, community spirit, health and well being, elongated life, maybe, reduced health bills, reduced health budgets, especially for government, leveraged synergy, skill enhancement, and also useful experience, especially for the facilitators. Now, some of the added value to the participants of this club could include incentivization, online courses, offline courses, social events, dancing clubs, soft physical games, etc. Now let's talk about the business model. It could be done as self-employed, charity, or non-governmental organization. It could be done as an affiliation to other companies. It could be done as a social enterprise, or maybe it could be run by the council. Now, the facilitators. This could include physical and health practitioners, volunteers, administrators, etc. Now, the frequency of the walks. It could be once a week, twice a week, or as agreed or as tailored to the user. Now let's talk about funding. You could get sponsorships, you could get donations, you could get grants, etc. Now, what type of groups would this idea benefit? Now, this could include adults, elders, those who are overweight, etc. Now, let's talk a bit about legalities. You need to put disclaimers in place, indemnification, contract and agreement, business registration, regulatory compliance, etc. Now, how will you market this product or service? You could do it through social media, through flyers, through referrals, through adverts, through word of mouth, through GP surgeries, through community groups, etc. Now, what will you call the name of the group or the business? You might call it something like the London Workers Club, or maybe London Workers Club, or maybe Walking and Healthy, etc. Just use your creativity. But it's good if the name of the group or the business or whatever it is, it's good if the name resonates with the activities you offer. And hopefully if it's short, sharp, and memorable and relevant. Now, what are the opportunities presented? Now, this could include shared best practice, shared pitfalls, added societal value, community building, healthier society, job creation, quote and unquote, delayed mortality, maybe, content creation, and maybe residual income from the content that you create. Now let's talk about the process or the processes. Now these are not in any particular order. You could agree on suitable working paces. That's for different categories of people. You could explore health and safety. You could do assessments, risk assessments and all that for individual users. You could have legalities in place to protect yourself and other stakeholders. You could have groups and maybe subgroups. You could do a bit of administration. You could do reviews and evaluation as necessary. You could have an application form to screen those who are going to join the works. And then you can have things on data management in place. Okay, let's talk about research and development. Is something similar in existence? Could you learn therefrom? Could you leverage best practices? If not, could you articulate your experiences and curate content around them? Could you share these experiences and possibly monetize? And in terms of content, it could be text, it could be video, it could be text, video, or audio, and then you can put it on different platforms, maybe social media, membership sites, etc. Now let's talk about risk management. Now you have to prepare for accidents, illness, vulnerability, health and safety, weather conditions, location, and data leakage, etc. Now let's talk about scaling. Can this business or process, can it be scaled? Now you could replicate the activities in different locations. So for all intents and purposes, you can do it in different parts of London, different parts of UK, or maybe in different countries. You could replicate the process with different groups. You could create content and share the experience. You could get multiple funding, and you could have maybe a franchise. That's if it works well, if you are achieving success, etc., then there's nothing wrong in having a franchise so that different people can replicate the business model. Now, skills required. Some of the relevant skills are crowd management, resuscitation skills, first aid skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, administrative skills, health and safety skills, people management skills, and general data protection regulation skills. Now let's talk about threats and weaknesses. These may include abuse of process, vulnerability, accidents, funding, you might or might not get funding, data leakage, crime, etc. Now, if you're going to organize this walking club or events, what time of the day is best? Well, in my thinking, I would suggest maybe the afternoons or maybe the evenings. Now, what time of the months or the seasons is this good? Probably summer, spring, and maybe autumn, but definitely maybe not winter if it's going to be outdoors, because people could sleep in the snow, etc. So unless it's going to be done indoors, then it could be done all year round. But if it's going to be done outdoors, I would definitely suggest summer and maybe spring or autumn. That's if it's going to happen in the UK or any of the Western countries. Now, what time of the week is best for this? Excuse me. It could be weekdays or weekends. If it's going to be weekdays, probably afternoons or evenings. And if it's going to be weekends, probably afternoons or evenings as well. But you can give each participant or user, you can give them the options to choose their preferred time slots. Now, where would be the venues for these walks? It could be parks or suitable indoor venues. Now, here is an important point of note. This is basically an idea. It needs to be perfected. Nothing is guaranteed, and we take no responsibility for any undesirable outcomes. That's the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for your time. We hope that you got some value and that your thought process was stimulated. If so, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, reposting, and also please consider posting your comments. You could find more of our content at jacklukmanlimited.com. We are on social media. We have published several books. We have different websites. We do mentoring and coaching. We do business collaborations. And we have created different courses. You can find all of them at jacklukmanlimited.com and just visit the relevant links. This is Jack Lukman signing off. Ireo Irekapiti.